So it looks like Stephon Clark was actually stealing, and he had a problem with black women.
Where them kicks at? Where them hands? Where them hoes? Where them throws? You know what I'm saying? Cecil.
This is why I train in martial arts.
Okay, so Stephon Clark was actually breaking into cars, according to what I've been looking at and reading on the internet. And what happened was he ran into his grandmother's backyard, and that's when the police came. And he did give up, though, so far from what I've learned, and they shot him. So let me get this out of the way right now. Regardless of what he did, excuse me, regardless of what he did, how he felt, he did not do anything where he deserved to die. Okay? He does not deserve to be dead. He did not deserve to be shot by the police. But I'm only going to say a couple of things. First, if you feel like you live in a racist system, don't do anything to give the system a chance to come after you. Try to be as squeaky clean as possible so that someone who wants to abuse the power doesn't have a chance to abuse the power on you. The second thing is, I feel kind of, honestly, I feel kind of dumb. I feel kind of dumb. I've invested some emotion and energy in someone who would not like, probably would not like me, and definitely would not like my wife. My wife is a dark-skinned black woman. She is the type of black woman that Stephon Clark was disparaging in his Twitter posts. So if you go Google his Twitter post where he's talking about black women, it comes up, and he specifically says dark women, him and the woman that is his baby's mother. Okay, I can say this: I can't confirm it because nobody said it directly. I suspect that because I'm so involved in martial arts, I am probably mistaken for the type of black man that Stephon Clark was. The type of black man that does not like black women, who does not like dark-skinned black women. Because I noticed, right, especially as I started getting deeper into martial arts and I would meet some people, a lot of people would be a little standoffish towards me. And this wasn't just black people. It would be black people, sometimes and Asian people, right? They'd be a little standoffish, treat me like they think I must be some kind of weird person, right? And I'm like, I don't know what the vibe is. And then eventually, because she's my wife, she comes to something that I'm involved in. She comes to a class or to like a event I'm going to, or something I'm competing in. She finally shows up, and it's like, oh, yeah, then they're okay with you. Then it's like I see the guard, the haze is broken. So I'm like, oh, okay, so you thought that I was one of those type of people that was fetishizing Asian culture and also probably fetishizing Asian women, when the truth is I just happen to like something that is associated with Asian culture. It doesn't mean that I revere the people more than anyone else or look down on the people more than anything else. It just is. If I'm being respectful towards you, it is not because of your race, it is because of your behavior. That's it. That's why. I just like the martial arts. It doesn't mean that I have a weird fascination with Asian culture to the point where I don't want to be black anymore. I want to be a martial arts practitioner. And this is even taking me to some places where people are like, well, you should be studying an African style. And I was like, at the time, I was like, what African styles? I don't know of the African styles. If I did, I would be studying them. And then it was saying like, well, I know of the African styles. I don't know anyone who's teaching them. People go, how could you not know? No, I didn't know anyone who was teaching them at the time when it was available to me. Which was really weird too, because especially when I was at my most unknowledgeable as a martial arts student, but I was still practicing, my instructors were black guys. Excuse me, allergies. my instructors were black guys, an occasional white guy. I met black females who, on a rare instance, that did martial arts and stuff. When I was in my 20s, the org I was in, I saw black women compete. So it's not like I didn't want to train with black people. It's not even like I didn't want to train with white people. And my first formal instructor was he's still alive, is an Asian guy. So, but none of them practiced, as far as I knew, an African style. I had met people from Africa. None of them told me about an African martial art. So it's not like I was running away from something. But when you hear people who make the kind of remarks that Stephon Clark made in his Twitter feed, it reinforces the type of negative stereotypes that are associated with black men. You know, pretty much when a black guy does anything, but more than likely, especially if there's a black guy that's like really into Asian culture or an aspect of Asian culture, they can't think that this is just a curious person who likes something. They got to think it's a person who doesn't want to be who he is and wants to be something else, which is strange, but you know, that's not me. So despite the fact that Stephon Clark appears to be someone who would not have liked me and definitely would not have liked my wife, I still think what happened to him was wrong. I just wish, for his sake and for the sake of his children and his family, that he wasn't doing what he was doing. Because by him doing what he did, he gave them a chance to take him out. And that's just sad all the way around. Do I think the cops are going to be brought to justice? Something's probably going to happen to them, because the reports that I'm saying now saying that it does prove that he was shot in the back. So something's probably going to be done. But that's not going to take away his grandmother's pain and the pain that his children have for not having a father. And then his wife, who did not like black women, who does not like black women, she's still with us. But just because she doesn't like my people, that doesn't mean I want her to lose her husband. And I want her children. Well, he wasn't her husband. That doesn't mean she should lose the father of her children. Okay? And on another note, this type of situation, it reminds me of, there have been times in my life where like I've admired a person, like an actor or like some type of martial arts practitioner or something like that. But it's usually been more entertainers. And then you meet them and you find out for some reason they don't like you, or they don't like your ethnic group or something like that. And then you go, I can't believe I like this person and they don't even like me, or they don't even like black people. I'm actually ragging on one main actor that this happened to me with. I finally met the actor, and I could tell from the rumors he really doesn't like black people. Because the way he snubbed, I've been snubbed plenty of times. The way he snubbed me I could tell it was racial. I got him back though. I said, "Oh my gosh, it's the actor's name." And then more black people came and started mobbing him, and I stood there and went, So I'm not going to say who it was, even though he's gone, because that's I'm not going to talk that much about the dad. So I still say, rest in peace, Stephon Clark. But I am aware that he looks like he was doing something wrong. Looks like he would be the type of person that might even say something to make me want to. I'll put the pop culture clip in here. But that still does not mean I would wish that upon him. He does not deserve that, and justice still needs to be served. So, and another thing, you need to train in martial arts in case something happens to you, and somebody with that type of mindset is there that you think they're going to help you, and they probably won't. So you got to remember, when push comes to shove, in this world, all we have is God and ourselves. So thanks for watching this video. Like, comment, and subscribe. If you're watching this on Easter Sunday, happy Easter. Share this with people who like to talk about the martial arts. And peace.